have a breath a few times during the course of this game to complete halftime and then between the third and fourth quarters as well. The Blue Jays and Clark Indians. Dyke, 5'8" sophomore, averages 29, and Kelly O'Brien, 5'10" senior, averages 17 points. And in the guard court for the Gales, Chris Quinn, 5'11" senior, J.C. Ollinger, 5'8" senior, and Jenny Wacker, 5'8" senior. 9-0, unbeaten in the Jeff Eds are. Denison also unbeaten in Midwest Conference play. They've dropped a couple of contests. And the Jeff Eds and Denison, the co-leaders. And of course, St. Edmund could really have something to say here. Their only loss is to Denison, but if they can win this game on the road tonight, Jeff Eds still have to go to St. Edmund. Who knows? Ball game's underway. Kinney has the ball in the front court, right side to Robin Olhausen. Back to Kristi beyond the free throw line. Gives to Tara Lautner, left of the circle. Now to Olhausen. St. Edmund, well, there's a turnover right off the bat. Kinney cut right, the pass went left, and the Jeff Eds turn it over. St. Edmund will play it in for the first time, looking to take the early lead. They throw it long down the court to Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Amy Keck. Outside shot, Keck no good. Rebound to Van Dyke. And St. Edmund hangs on to it. She comes into the lane, scoop shot good. Brenda Van Dyke, the sophomore, played quite a bit as a freshman last year. St. Edmund lost most of their ball club from a year ago in the early 2-0 lead Gales. Here in Jefferson, we're checking back later in between the first and second quarters of this game with Brad Roberts. Here comes from Tara Lautner. The layup, good. She's fouled, counts the basket. The personal foul, first of the game. It's on Jenny Wacker of St. Edmund. Lautner scores the basket and is a chance to complete a three-point play and put the Jeff Eds up very early here. Lenny Kays has the beginning of the decade store-wide 20 to 40% sale. All denim 20% off. LA Gear watches 20% off. Slacks and sweaters 30% off, and a assorted sale rack of merchandise 30% off. Lenny Kays in Jefferson, south side of the square, open Thursday night. Lautner's free throw good and a steal. 3-2 Jeff Eds, steal by Olhausen, basket by Kristi Kinne, and a left-handed layup. The Jeff Eds have a 5-2 lead. They've scored 5 points here in a short amount of time, and a near steal by Amy Gardner. She bats a pass away. St. Edmund saves it. That's Keck with the ball on the right side. Fakes the shot, then comes out to Van Dyke. Free throw line. She'll shoot it from there. Brenda Van Dyke, no good on the shot. And a foul on St. Edmund on Kelly O'Brien over the back of Kristi Murnell. And it's the second team foul, the first one on Kelly O'Brien. The Rams at IKM Manila in a tournament tonight. They're probably just about over. That's where Tom Lane is tonight. Watching the boys. Jeff Eds, 5-2 lead in the ball. Minute and 20 into it, and a blocking foul on St. Edmund. Chris Quinn with her first personal. The team's third already. St. Edmund goes to the bench. Jeannie McCarville, 5'5" senior guard, normally a starter, comes in replacing Chris Quinn. Just underway. St. Edmund scored the first basket. The Jeff Eds have the next 5 points. Looking to make it a 7-point run. Into Kinney in the lane, puts it up, and good. 4 for Kristi, averaging 42 points a game. Lautner and Olhausen average about 19, and a 7-point run it is for the Jeff Eds. St. Edmund ball. Keck to the right side, lobs it down low. Loose ball in the lane. Who's going to save it? It'll be St. Edmund ball. It went off of Amy Gardner, first off of Kelly O'Brien. Inbounding it, Brenda Van Dyke of St. Edmund. Jeff Eds up 7-2. They lob it into O'Brien, the big gal, back out to Keck. Baseline shot is good. Amy Keck, 19-point a game average, first points, and it's a 7-4 ball game. We've played 2 minutes here in Jefferson. Unbeaten Jeff Eds. Olhausen lobs it inside to Kinney, who scores. 6 points for Kristi, and a 9-4 Jeff Eds lead. Here comes Keck the other way. Outside of the lane, goes down low with the pass. The shot goes in from O'Brien. It won't count. A foul first. First Jeff Eds foul of the night, and that's on Nicole Wright. 5:47 to go first period. 9-4 the score. Inbounding is O'Brien, goes to Keck. She shoots and scores. 2 in a row. Amy Keck from the right baseline. That time about a 12-footer. It's a 9-6 ball game. Jeff Eds come back. Kinney in the lane. Starts to drive and is fouled before the shot. That foul is on Jeannie McCarville. Her first, the team's fourth. 4 different Gale players with 1 foul each. So the Jeff Eds already will be in the bonus. We played just 2.5 minutes. Inbound pass, knocked out of bounds by J.C. Ollinger. Mavis Sawhill, we get you to comment once about the defenses. We're seeing straight man-to-mans or any zones out there tonight?
We're seeing straight man-to-mans tonight.
The Jeffettes with the ball. Lautner in the lane. Shoots from 10 feet. It bounces off the rim. No good. Back out on the floor. Lautner chases it down and saves. And now a foul on St. Edmund. Down on the floor was Jenny Wachter. Her second foul, 15th foul. And the Jeffettes in the bonus already. Lautner 1 for 1 from the free throw line. And Mavis, we played less than 3 minutes. A little surprising the Jeffettes are in the bonus already.
Yeah, the Gales just like to reach, and they're getting caught.
Play a lot of pressure. And, of course, I guess if you get officials who don't call a lot of that, you're okay. But this pair, Dan Gleason, Tim Turner from Farnhamville are. Free throw no good. Knocked out of bounds. It's whose ball? St. Edmund's ball, the official says finally. Looks like he's pointed first to the Jeffettes. 9-6 the score. St. Edmund with a bad pass out on the inbound play, but it's chased down by Jenny Wachter. Had a bumping foul on Robin Olhausen of the Jeffettes. Her first, the team's second. 9-6 score. Jeffettes lead it, but St. Edmund splits the ball. Inbounding it is Van Dyke. She goes to Keck. Van Dyke to the right baseline. Into O'Brien, the big gal. Back to Van Dyke in the lane, shot good, and it's a 1-point game. 4 for Keck, 4 for Van Dyke. And it's 9-8. Jeffett lead down to 1. 3 minutes into the ball game. In West Conference action. Perry girls cruising over Farco Fiola. We jumped out of that game just a little bit early. Jeffettes go into Kinney. Her shot is good. The feed from Tara Lautner. 8 for Kristi, and the lead back to 3, 11-8. Down low, pass intercepted, and now loose on the floor. Van Dyke saves, and the full right's going to pick up the first foul. Her first, the team's, or her second rather, the team's third. And nearly a steal inside, but a foul. Ball played in from Van Dyke to Keck. St. Edmund, Singer-dominated team, although they lost about everybody from last year's team except Van Dyke. Here's Keck, comes into the lane, stops, back out to Kelly O'Brien. He takes her dribbles, passes to Keck, back to O'Brien. Ball is up, no good. 3-second call, a turnover against St. Edmund. And Mavis, what about the early turnover situation?
Right now, St. Ed stands at 2 turnovers with Jeffettes only with 1. So we're doing pretty good.
Not too bad. About halfway through the first period, Jeffettes by 3. They have the ball. Cole Wright in the backcourt. And the pass nearly stolen by Kelly O'Brien, but she steps on the center line, trying to intercept, and then gives it to the Jeffettes in the front court. You're listening to KDLS Perry. Doug Rieder, Mavis Sawhill tonight. In 13-10 country, here's Kinney missing a layup, a long layup from way out on the court, and a Jeffette rebounding foul. It's on Kristi Kinne, her first, the team's fourth. So those fouls really evening up. St. Edmund now in the 1-1 after this. Both teams getting into that 1-on-1 very early. We're not quite halfway into the first period. 11-8 Jeffette lead, and if the scoring pace continues, that would seem to favor the Jeffettes. Here's O'Brien scoring inside, and it's 11-10. First point for Kelly O'Brien of the Gales. Jeffette basketball. Here's Lautner wide open. Lays it in from the left side. Tara Lautner has herself 5 points, and it's 13-10. Van Dyke outside goes inside to O'Brien. She's fouled on the shot, and that's on Kristi Burnell. Foul number 1 on Burnell. And both teams over the limit, 5 fouls with 3:46 to go first period. O'Brien shoots St. Edmund's first free throw of the night. A free throw shooting team that's improving, says Coach Mike Latta, and that one is good. 65% as a team. They started rather cool from the line this year. Have won 5 out of 6 games. They beat Manson Northwest Webster the other night comfortably. Second free throw no good, but a bad pass, and almost a steal by O'Brien again. He went over that center line going out of bounds again. And Mavis, the Jeffettes might need to take a little better care of that ball.
Yeah, or they are going to turn that ball over. They're not going to get lucky the whole game.
Here come the Jeffettes up by 2 now, 13-11 the basketball game. Here's Lautner to the right edge of the lane, back out on the pass to Olhausen in the circle. Robin hasn't scored yet. Into Kinney, left side, the hook shot, no good. And a foul on Robin Olhausen of the Jeffettes. Called by the floor official, the man right under the basket. Paid no call, but the foul stands anyway. Olhausen picks up 2, and the Gales send Brenda Van Dyke to the line, and she could tie up this game. St. Edmund held a 2-0 lead, then the Jeffettes scored 7 in a row and have led ever since. We've got 3:24 to go first period. Free throw no good, though. As for the Jeffettes lead by 2, Nicole Wright with the rebound. She is fouled by Kelly O'Brien, and that is her second foul. Let's see, St. Edmund with 6 fouls, the Jeffettes with 6 fouls. Mavis, we haven't even played 5 minutes yet.
The refs are calling it close, but the girls definitely are fouling, so they deserve to get what they're doing here.
Kristi Kinne at the line. Been a little inconsistent. 65% free throw shooter, 65 for 100, and knocked that one down. By far is the most attempts of the year. Probably is, or should be, a better free throw shooter than 65%. Normally she is, but she's had a 4 for 11 game in there, and that hurts the average. Both free throws for Kinne good. 10 points for Kristi, and a lead of 4 for the Jeffettes, 15-11. St. Edmund in the backcourt plays it in. Jeannie McCarville with the basketball. The lefty lobs it into the front court at midcourt. Jimmy Keck down low, the pass to O'Brien, out of bounds, and the ball goes to the Jeffettes. Keck's pass a little bit too tough to handle for Kelly O'Brien, and the Jeffettes have the ball in a 4-point lead. Nicole Wright inbounds to Amy Gardner. This is the Jeffettes' first game at home in a month, December 5th and 6th in their own tournament. And here's a foul on the St. Edmund forwards on Amy Keck, her first, but another 1-and-1 try. This is going to be a long game at this rate. We're going to have a lot of fouls and free throws. Well, we'll be going back to Brad Roberts and Perry, a recap on their day-at girls game, apparent victory for Perry, winning easily over Clark Osceola. Free throw good by Kinne. 11 points in the first period for Kristi. And then we'll be checking with Brad a couple of other times in the boys' game, and hopefully this thing will be over before the end of the Perry boys' game. We'll go back to Brett, but at this pace, who knows? Second free throw, no good. Rebound to St. Edmund, J.C. Ollinger. And a foul on Kristi Kinne. That's 2 on her. So, just way too many fouls both ways. Jeffettes lead at 16-11. Lead back to 5 after St. Edmund got it down to 1. But here is Brenda Van Dyke at the line for the Gales. She's 0 for 1, has 4 points. This is good. Five points for Van Dyke in a 16-12 ball game. Second free throw, no good. Amy Gardner rebounds. Van Dyke just 1 of 3 from the line in this first quarter. In the front court, the Jeffettes have it. Kinne bounce pass right side to Tara Lautner. On the wing, passes down low to Kristi. Bank shot good. That's 13 points for Kinne in the period. 18-12, Jeffettes have their biggest lead now at 6. It was 1 a moment ago. Left side bank shot, no good on the baseline by Van Dyke. Loose ball picked up by the Jeffettes forward. Kinne got that ball at midcourt. 2.5 minutes to go, first period. Lautner fakes a 3-point shot. Jeffettes don't do too much of that. And again, the scoring page favoring Jefferson Scranton. Here's Kinne down low, bank shot, good, counts the basket, and she's fouled. The Jeffettes have 20 points already, and we've played less than 6 minutes. A foul on J.T. Ollinger, her first. Kinne with a big first quarter. A Trisha Waugh-like this quarter here. Mavis, do you remember Trisha?
Yeah, that was just a couple of years ago.
15 points for the period for Kinne. The Hawks lost today at Michigan State. I heard somebody was telling me that.
Yep, I heard that today also.
Trisha was going to dress today for the first time. She's nursing a heel injury. Sophomore in Iowa. Free throw good by Kinne. 3-point play and 21-12 and a steal. Nicole Wright with a bad, an interception of a bad St. Edmund pass. Kinne for 3. It's good! Kinne with 19 points in the quarter. St. Edmund calls timeout with 1:58 to go. A 3-pointer, Kristi Kinne. And the lead is 24-12. The Jeffettes have jumped out.
Defensive effort on the Jeffettes part also.
1:58 to go first period. St. Edmund called the timeout. The Jeffettes put a 9-point run here. Kinne hit a 3-pointer, and it's 24-12. Van Dyke has it, scoops it down to O'Brien, puts it up and in. Kelly O'Brien with 5 points. Went right to the big gal, the Gales did. And the lead is now 10. 24-14. Jeffettes on pace to get over 100. Here's Kinne inside. Rolls around. No good. Couldn't get that one. Looking for her 21st point in the quarter, and she missed. Here's St. Edmund with trouble. A steal for Tara Lautner. Robin Olhausen helped out. Here's Lautner. Schiller, her shot is short. And Lautner will pick up a rebounding foul, knocking Jeannie McCarville of St. Edmund to the deck. And she tried to recover on her own miss. First foul on Lautner, and St. Edmund goes to the line. We've got a substitution. St. Edmund will bring Chris Quinn, 5'11" senior, back in, and sitting out will be J.C. Ollinger. 1:25 to go in the period. 1-1 for Van Dyke. Free throw is no good. She's 1 for 4, and Amy Gardner rebounds. The Jeffettes have it. Almost threw it away. Marky Allensworth in the game. She has it in the guard court. 5'6" junior, and 44 Heidi Lindbergh, a 5'7" junior in the guard court. Here's Olhausen down low to Kinney. Left side up and in. 21 points in the period for Kinney. And we're in the first quarter, and it's 26-14. Jeffettes have another 12-point lead. And Evans going to have to find some way to slow down that scoring attack, or this game will be over early. Under a minute to go, first period. At the end of the quarter, we'll go back to Brett Roberts and Perry. Reverse layup, Van Dyke, no good. Follows it and scores. Nice job, Brenda Van Dyke, who has 7 points. And a lead of 10, 26-16. 42 seconds to go in the first quarter of action. We'll be going back to Brett Roberts. This period's over. Olhausen for her first basket. Can't get it. Knocks out of bounds. It'll be Jeffettes ball. How about the statistics here as we near the end of the first quarter, Mavis?
Well, the turnover ratio, the Gales are sitting at 5 with the Jeffettes only 1. Rebounding, again, our defense is doing a tremendous job rebounding.
Another basket for Kinney. 23 points in the period for Kristi, and the lead is 4-12, 28-16. Here comes St. Edmund. O'Brien in the lane and back out. Here's Van Dyke to O'Brien. Van Dyke, baseline, moves underneath, puts it up. It's no good, but a foul on Amy Gardner. And Brenda Van Dyke, just 1 of 4 from the line, will get 2 more free throws. First foul on Gardner, but a rough estimate on shooting percentages. Kinney has missed 3 shots, hits a three-pointer. 9 first period field goals, 2 for 4 Lautner, 0 for 1 Olhausen. 4 for 7 for Van Dyke. Keck 2 for 3, and O'Brien 1 for 1. Van Dyke's first free throw is good, so it is now 28-17. 11 seconds to go, first period. Second one is good, 28-18. So St. Edmund scoring at a pretty good clip themselves. Let's see if the Jeffettes can put one in here before the horn. If they do, they'll have a 30-point first period. They're still in the backcourt, and Jeffettes won't get it up the floor. 28-18 is the way the first period ends. The Jeffettes lead it at home over St. Edmund. Let's go back to Perry. A recap with Brett Roberts of the Jayettes and Clark Osceola.
Again, the Jayettes win it going away. 63-40 is the final score. Due to the length of the girls' game, the boys' game hasn't started yet. In fact, we're still 9 minutes from game time of the Blue Jay boys taking on the Clark Indian boys. Still until that time, let's send it back up to Doug Rieder in Jefferson. The final score one more time, 63-40 in favor of the Perry Jayettes.
Thanks, Brett. The second quarter has just started here, and there's Kristi Kinne scoring again. 25 points in the first half. Jeffettes up by 12, 30-18. Incredible first half for Kinne. Just underway, second period. St. Edmund missed their first shot attempt, and then Kinne made the first for the Jeffettes in this quarter. Here's a foul on Marky Allensworth. Her first, the Jeffette junior, and that sends Amy Keck to the line. Amy, her first free throw attempt tonight. She has 4 points. And a 1-and-1 right here. 30-18, seconds into the second quarter, and the free throw is good for Keck. She'll earn the bonus. 25 points, Kristi Kinne. St. Edmund defensive average, 51. The defensive averages might take a beating tonight for both sides in this game. Second free throw, no good, but Van Dyke there to rebound, puts it up, and it rolls around and goes in. 3-point play in effect for Amy Keck on the first free throw. Van Dyke follows up. And the Jeffette lead down to 9.
That was one of the first offensive rebounds for the Gales tonight.
30-21 the score. Down low, Olhausen for first basket. Good. Nice feed from Tara Lautner, and the first score for Robin Olhausen. And it's 32-21. Jeffette's up by 11. St. Edmund ball in the lane. There's a nice turnaround hook. That's Kelly O'Brien with the score. She has 7 points, and the scoring pace of this one is pretty fast and furious. 6:49 to go in quarter number 2. Here's Kinne working her way inside. Easy bank shot. Good. 27 points. Kristi Kinne in the first half. 34-23. Jeffette leads again 11. Back and forth we go. Jeffettes have the advantage. Lots of points. In the lane, we've got a double dribble. That's forced by Heidi Lindbergh. Mavis, boy, really some nice hands there by Heidi.
Oh, yeah, she's real quick in the lane there. One of the quickest girls that we have on the team.
Seen tremendous improvement in this Jeff Head guard court throughout the course of the season. Lindbergh, one of the real big surprises, a pleasant surprise.
She had a very good volleyball season. I think that really gave her some confidence for basketball.
Here comes Lautner driving in, misses a shot. Kinne scores, she's fouled. Kristi Kinne unstoppable tonight and counts a foul against St. Edmunds' Jenny Wacker, her third. Christy Murnell back in the Jeff Head guard court along with Nicole Wright. The starters are coming out of there. Amy Gardner for a little breather and Marky Allensworth. So Lindbergh stays in. No, check it. Lindbergh comes out. Allensworth stays in. 6:12 to go in the half. Jeff, that's 36-23, and Kinne at the line trying to make it a three-point play. She can't hit it. It popped out on her. And Christie 4 of 6 from the line. 29 points. First half for Kinne. 54 is her career high, I believe. Here's inside the ball to Van Dyke, and the block of the shot, but a foul on Kristi Burnell. Her second, 2 free throws for Brenda Van Dyke. Kristi got quite a bit of ball, but got some of Van Dyke as well.
Just a little bit of her arm.
We see substitutions, Wachter out, and J.C. Ollinger in for the Gale guard court, and we'll see Burnell sit down in the Jeff Head guard court, and Heidi Lindbergh in. 3 juniors in the guard court, 3 juniors in the front court for the Jeff Head. As sophomore Brenda Van Dyke gets the free throw for St. Edmunds. She started this 1 for 4 from the line and now is warmed up. Second free throw good, so Van Dyke now 5 of 8 from the line. She hit her last 4 and has 13 points. Inbounding it, St. Edmund knocks the ball out, and Jeff Head tried again. Full right to Allensworth. Into the front court it goes. 5:49 to go in the half. Nice feed from Kinne inside the Olhausen has scored. What a bounce pass by Kristi Kinne.
We are really penetrating the Gale defense.
38-25. Jeff Head by 13. That's her biggest lead tonight. Here's Keck open. She'll take the drive. Bank shot good. Makes it high off the glass. And Amy Keck gets at the fall. She has 7 points. 38-27. Lots of points in this first half. Jeff Head. Inside, Kinne. Nice move on the right baseline of the basket for Kristi. 8 points in the quarter, 31 in the game for the junior. 40-27 the score. We have to check Kinne's career high at halftime. I think it's 54, but boy, the way she's going. It's 31 here already. Here's Van Dyke, comes into the lane, stops, finds O'Brien open underneath. She scores. Nice job there. St. Edmund, Van Dyke to O'Brien. 9 points for Kelly O'Brien. 40-29, but Mavis, St. Edmund can't just trade baskets.
No, they've got to play catch-up here. They've got to do a little bit better job on defense than what they've been doing.
Ball tipped away inside. It is off of St. Edmund, off of Jeannie McCarville, who hits the deck, but she's all right. It's back up. Now Burnell back in the guard court for Heidi Lindbergh. For the Jeff Head. Ball in the front court. A wide open underneath Lautner, and she gets the ball to fall down. She had her feet kind of screwed up.
Yeah, a little off balance.
7 points for Lautner. She got the roll. And it's 42-29, and Burnell saves and steals right in front of us on the Jeff Head bench. Beautiful play, Kristi Burnell. Into the front court it goes. Inside Kinne. Comes underneath the basket. Passes wide open as Lautner. She scores. Sarah Lautner on another nice feed from Kinne. For Lautner, 9 points. And we've got a St. Edmund timeout, 44-29. The Jeff Heads have their biggest lead of the night at 15 points, and we've still got 4:14 to go in the first half. KDLS Sports Booster.
Job of penetrating and executing very well.
O'Brien plays it in to Van Dyke for St. Edmund, trailing by 15. Down low, Van Dyke on the cutting move. Nice pass, nice score. Brenda Van Dyke now with 15 points, and she gets that one. It's 44-31. Got many cheerleaders at halftime here tonight. They're taking their spots behind us. Now the Jeff Heads throw it away. One of the few turnovers they've had tonight. They're looking for Kinne underneath. The pass is too high. Out of bounds it goes. Quick Quinn plays it in, and her pass is loose on the floor. Knocked around, and St. Edmund picks it up. Here comes Keck. Inside, her pass knocked away. Stolen to pull right, and then she loses it out of bounds. And it will go back to St. Edmund. Both teams a little last 20 seconds of turnover trouble, but that really has not been a problem in this half. 44-31 Jeff Heads with 3:49 to go in the half. Outside shot, Keck, left baseline, no good. O'Brien knocks the ball out. It'll go to Jefferson Scranton. Jeff Ed's unbeaten at 9-0. St. Edmund 5-1, but Coach Mike Latta knew that this would be his toughest test of the year, certainly. Jeff Cruz, the assistant for St. Edmund. Vicky Lautner, Keith Vanderwilt's assistant. Well, the inbound, St. Edmund was able to tie it up with the alternating possession arrow, points to the Jeff Ed. 44-31. Ball inbounded, thrown away. Thrown right to Van Dyke, who scores. Bad pass to Cole Wright, and that was right to Van Dyke, who got a cheap one. 17.5 for Van Dyke, averaging 29. And the lead is down to 11. It was 15. Jeff Ed's had actually gone about 30 seconds without scoring. That's a big story in this half. Here's Kinne, wide open from the left side. The basket's good. The nice feed from Tara Lautner. Kinne with 33 first half points. 46-33 ball game. With the basketball, St. Edmund. Keck is off to Van Dyke. Now Keck on the left side. Van Dyke again cutting on the right side. Her basket's good. She's fouled by Kristi Burnell. Counts the basket. 3 fouls on Burnell. Van Dyke with a big scoring spurter. 10 in the quarter and 19 for the game for Brenda Van Dyke, and she'll go to the line. Amy Gardner, Heidi Lindberg, and for the first time tonight, Laura Myers, 5'5" junior, all in the guard court. 3 new guards for the Jeff Ed. And trying to make it a 3-point play, Brenda Van Dyke. Looking for point number 19 in the half, and it's no good. Rebound to O'Brien of St. Edmund. Shot high off the glass, no good. Rebound, Myers, who just came into the game for the Jeff Ed. 46-35, Jeff Ed's by 11. Inside Kinne, the left-handed layup's good. She's fouled. Count the basket. The foul is on Jeannie McCarville, her second. St. Edmund is spreading the fouls around, but there's been a lot of them in this game. 2:53 to go in the half. For Kinne, 35 points. Trying to make it 36. She could get a 3-point play here. Kristi gets the free throw. 5 for 7 from the line. Kinne just knocking home those points up fierce, and here comes the turnover by St. Edmund. The Jeff Eds get it back, leading 49-35. Still almost 3 minutes to go first half. Highest scoring half we can remember in some time. And Kinne with 36 points and 38 points. Kristi with 2 more. She's almost at her average. We haven't hit halftime. The lead back to 16 just like that, the biggest difference. 5 quick points there for the Jeff Eds. Down low, Van Dyke's wide open. She hesitates. She scores, and the foul on Heidi Lindberg. So Van Dyke with another chance for a 3-point play. First foul on Heidi. Van Dyke missed her opportunity at a 3-point play moments ago. 51-37, and still 2:30 to go first half. Incredible scoring, especially for the Jeff Eds. Free throw there is good, 51-38. So the 16-point lead cut to 13 just like that. Van Dyke 6 for 10 from the line. And the Jeff Ed forwards have it, 51-38. Olhausen on the right side is fouled. That's on Jeannie McCarville, her third. She and Wachter with 3 each for the St. Edmund guard. And it's Robin Olhausen at the line for the first time tonight. Robin is an 83% free throw shooter, one of the better in the state. He's 10th in the state free throw shooting. Of course, he only has 29 attempts. This one is good. Maine, is this one of the few times we've had to stop and play here?
It really has been. It's been consistent action. The forwards especially are really finding the opening.
52-38, 53-38. Both free throws good by Olhausen, who has 6 points. 2:18 to go in the half. Jeff Ed's on 53 points. Left side check. Takes the 18-footer, passes to Van Dyke, and then cutting her down low on the right side. She stops, shoots, scores. Van Dyke is hot. She's the guy to a 21, 53-40 is the score. Lautner inside, puts it up, no good, but is fouled, and that will be Chris Quinn with her second foul. 15 points for the quarter for Brenda Van Dyke, and 24 total points for Van Dyke. Lautner at the line, she's 1 of 2, 9 points for Tara. 1:53 to go in the half. Free throw is no good. But Tara fouled in the act of shooting, so get another one here. Lautner, 52.5% free throw shooter, so the lowest of the 3 percentage-wise. This one is good. 2 out of 4 on the night, and for Lautner, 10 points. 5 in each period for Tara, daughter of Jeff Ed assistant Vicky Lautner. And now Kristi Kinne swats a Jeannie McCarville pass out of bounds. St. Edmund will try it again, trailing 54 to 40. Gales with the ball. Inside O'Brien, no good on the shot, and gets her own rebound, shoots and misses, but is fouled. This time Amy Gardner on the foul, and Kelly O'Brien to the line to shoot 2. She's 1 of 2 tonight. Coach Mike Latta yelling, get him off her. Feeling O'Brien was fouled the first time she went up. 54-40 the score. Both teams way over their scoring averages. 54-41. Free throw is good. So even though the Jeff Eds have scored a lot of points, they by no means have put this game away because St. Edmund over 40 points in the half. Both defensive averages really taking a beating. Second free throw, no good. Gardner has the rebound for the Jeff Eds. 10 points for O'Brien. 54-41 ball game. Ball knocked out of bounds by St. Edmund in the Jeff Eds front court. And with 1:34 to go, Jeff Eds play it in. Olhausen left side. Down low to Lautner, wide open on the layup. Tara Lautner now with a dozen points. 56-41, lead back to 15. 16's been the biggest. 1:20 to go in the half. At halftime, we'll go back to Perry and Brad Roberts for 10 minutes of the boys' action. It's Perry and Clark Osceola. Here's Van Dyke scoring again. 26 in the quarter for Brenda Van Dyke. The furious scoring pace continues. 56-43 the score. Left side, Lautner wide open, up and in again. Nice feed from Robin Olhausen. 14 for Lautner. A minute to go in the first half of play. Kristi Kinne with 38. Jeff Ed point. 58-43. Here's Keck. Free throw line shot is good. Amy Keck with 9 points. 58-45. 45 seconds to go first half. Defensive led throughout. Here's a wild shot well off the mark by Olhausen. Saved by Lautner. She puts it up and in. Lautner scoring as of late. 16 points for Tara. 60-45. Half minute to go in the half. Keck will shoot from 15. Good! Amy Keck with 11. And it's 60-47. 20 seconds to go in the half. We'll see if the Jeff Eds hold for the last shot. Nobody's been holding anything here in this first half. Here comes Olhausen. Inside shot blocked by Wachter. Kinne picks it up, puts it in. 40 first half points, Kristi Kinne. 62-47. 5 seconds to go in the half. O'Brien with 2 seconds. 1 and a charge. Oh, no. Yeah, it's a charge on O'Brien. 2 seconds to go in the half. O'Brien's third foul. 2 seconds to go in the half. No free throws on the player control foul. 62-47. We'll be going to Perry and Brett Roberts shortly for 10 minutes of boys action. Jeff Eds throw it down. Lautner at half court. The shot is up. It's off the rim. No good. 62-47. It's halftime. The Jeff Eds leading 4 does St. Edmund. A wild shootout here. Well, 40 points for Kristi Kinne to lead the Jeff Eds. 16 Tara Lautner and 6 for Parts Implement Service. Jurgens Implement in Scranton. We're underway, third quarter. We don't want to miss any action. You don't know how many points you're going to miss. There's 2 right away for Brenda Van Dyke, who is 28, the St. Edmund sophomore, averaging 29 a game. Van Dyke has drawn St. Edmund within 13, 62-49. Here's Olhausen outside. She scores. 8 for Olhausen. Added is 64-49. The scoring picks up right where it left off. Keck, Van Dyke, O'Brien in the front court for St. Edmund. Quinn, Ollinger, and Wachter in the guard court. Down low, Van Dyke wide open. 2 more. 30 points for Brenda Van Dyke. And it's 64-51. Great sports basketball. The Jeff Eds are needing these points. The defense giving up a lot. Robin Olhausen, Kristi Kinne, Tara Lautner the forward. Inside, Kinne with a tough shot. Can't get it to go. Puts it up, and this one no good either. Rebound, Olhausen. Puts it up. No good. Kinne gets it. Puts it up. No good. She's fouled. 4 cracks at it for the Jeff Eds. Their guards are Christy Brunell, Nicole Wright, and Amy Gardner. The foul on St. Edmund is going to be whistled against Jeannie Wachter, and that's 4 on Wachter. She'll come out of the ball game, replaced by Chris Quinn. Just underway, third quarter, and boy, the scoring pace is unbelievable here. Kristi Kinne to shoot 2 free throws, 5 of 7 from the line tonight, and this one pops out no good. Kristi with 40 first half points, 54 is her career high, 66 by Trisha Watt 2 years ago, the Jeff Ed school record. Second free throw, no good. So Kristi misses a pair. St. Edmund rebounds. That was Quinn. And into the front court it goes. Gales could pull within 11 here. They were down by 15 at the half. Jeff Hetz in the first minute scored just 2 points. That's a big story. Here's Van Dyke on the drive. Fouled. No basket, but a foul. Into Van Dyke with a big offensive night herself. And the foul on Kristi Burnell, and that is 4 on Burnell. Each team with 1 in the half, and each team with 1 guard with 4 fouls already. Marky Allensworth will replace Kristi Burnell. First free throw, no good. Van Dyke 6 of 10 in the first half from the line. Famous, I don't imagine this scoring pace would quite keep up to a 62-47 total like we had in the first half, do you think?
No, and both teams have kind of calmed down on the free throw line. We're not shooting quite as well at the free throw line as what we did in the first half.
St. Edmund not particularly proficient either from the line. 2 misses there by Van Dyke. She is a 6 of 12. Nicole Wright on the rebound into the front court. Kristi Kinne. He comes down the left side, stops, lays it up, misses. Kinne with a cool start. 0 for 3 from the floor, and 0 for 2 from the line. Maybe Kinne...
She only missed 3 in the first half, and now she's missed 4 in a row.
Van Dyke to Keck. Free throw line shot good. St. Edmund within 11. 13 points for Amy Keck. 64-53. So the Gales trying to mount a comeback here. Jeff Hetz have won 10 in a row against St. Edmund. Here's Olhausen from 15. The shot is good. Robin Olhausen with 10. She has all 4 Jeff Ed points in this period. 66-53. 2 minutes into the third quarter of play here. In between third and fourth quarter, we'll go back to Brett Roberts and Perry. Then after the game, he'll finish up for the Blue Jays and Park Indians. Perry with a 16-8 first quarter lead. Here's Van Dyke missing a shot. Rebound Allensworth to the Jeff Ed. And a St. Edmund foul on Amy Keck. Her second, the team's second. In the first quarter, the teams were nearly into the 1-1, 2.5 minutes into the ball game, and we're not near that point yet.
I think both teams are pretty tight in the beginning of the ball game.
As far as the fouls go, they were loose as far as the points go, though. Here's Kinne. She's a little bit slow starting in this quarter, a little cold. Olhausen in the lane to Lautner. Right side shot, good. Tara Lautner with 18 points. And the lead back to 15, 68-53. That's where it was at the half. Van Dyke, top of the circle, goes right side to Keck. Left side, Van Dyke on that cutting play, and there's 2 more. The Jeff Eds have not found a way to stop that. 32 points, Brenda Van Dyke, the sophomore. For St. Edmund, 68-55. Kinne up top, goes to Olhausen. Robin down low to Kristi, and a push-up on Kinne, and that is going to be foul number 3 on Kristi Kinne. Second team foul. And the turnover gives it back to St. Edmund, trailing by 13. Inbounding it on the far side, Brenda Van Dyke. Van Dyke getting close to Kinne's scoring total. Kristi with 40 at the half, and that's where she is now. Van Dyke had 26 at the half. She has 32. Upside Van Dyke from 18 will dribble to the edge of the lane, give to Kelly O'Brien. Left side to Amy Keck. Keck bounce pass to Van Dyke, comes to the lane, scores, 34, Brenda Van Dyke. She is close to catching Kristi Kinne in this scoring derby. 68-57, lead down to 11. Second time this period, the Gales have been within 11 points. And the way these teams are scoring, no lead is safe. Here's a layup, Tara Lautner, no good. Kinne with her 4th foul. Holy cow, would that be a big factor. Kinne with 4. 2 more, and she's done.
They've changed their defensive strategy against Kennedy a little bit. The Gales have double-teamed her just a little bit this quarter.
4:28 to go in the third. Kinne scoreless in this period after 40 in the first half. Into O'Brien to Keck. Right side, she's fouled by Marcy Allensworth. And free throws coming up for St. Edmund, and the Gales trying to claw their way back in here. They've got the Jeff Ed star forward in foul trouble. 2 fouls at Allensworth, 14 fouls, and the Jeff Eds want timeout. Shooting, the Gales could get that lead down to single digits. Free throw good. The margin is 10. St. Edmund trying to come back here. It was 15 not very long ago. And he checks from the line again. No good this time. Rebound loose, and who's going to get it? Allensworth for the Jeff Eds comes up with it. Now turnover as No, check it. Not a turnover. It'll still be White's ball. Jeff Head's ball. That was knocked out by Keck of St. Edmund. Nicole Wright plays it into Amy Gardner. Jeff Head lead is down to 10. That's the closest St. Edmund has been in some time. Halfway through the third quarter, here's Kinne. Scoreless in the first 4 minutes of this period. 40 points in the first half. Olhausen right side to Lautner. Her pass is picked off. Kinne saves it, though. And Jeff Head still had the ball.